Augustine from the Institute for Healthy Living at the Indiana Regional Medical Center, who has brought us a guest today.
Good morning, Todd. How are you?
I'm lovely. How are you?
Good. Well, today is National...
You're going to play with that microphone?
I know.
You're going to lose. You're going to lose that battle, you know.
Yeah. Today is Diabetes Alert Day.
Oh.
So, observed annually on the fourth Tuesday in March, Diabetes Alert Day is a one-day wake-up call that focuses on the seriousness of diabetes and the importance of understanding your risk. We encourage you to find out for yourself or someone you love if you are at risk for type 2 diabetes today. So here's a few statistics, and then I'm going to turn it over to Annette.
Okay.
So, did you know
No.
diabetes affects about 30.3 million Americans, or 9.4% of the U.S. population?
Wow.
Nearly 1 in 4 adults living with diabetes are unaware that they have the disease.
I was going to ask you, how many people even know they have it?
Yes, not enough. Not enough. Another 84 million Americans have prediabetes, which is a condition in which blood glucose levels are higher than normal, but not high enough to be diagnosed with diabetes. And of those with prediabetes, 9 out of 10 adults with prediabetes do not know they have it. So it's a very important day to kind of do a little check of yourself to determine your risk for diabetes.
A little self-assessment.
So today I brought Annette Kubalek. She is the physician assistant with Dr. Syed, who is our endocrinologist here in Indiana. Annette will be doing a seminar coming up on April 16th at the Rustic Lodge about you can manage it, about diabetes. So I'm going to turn it over to Annette and let her talk about it. And guess what, Todd?
What?
I think she brought a quiz.
No.
I did.
Annette, did you bring a quiz?
I brought a quiz for you, Todd.
All right, I'm going to turn your microphone off and end the segment. Okay, Annette, shoot.
All right, so this quiz, I'm going to have everybody at home hold up a finger. I'll tell you how many fingers you get depending on the answers. So
Should I do this too?
Yes.
you
All
can
right.
do this if you want.
All right.
We won't look.
Can I lie?
Well, you can if you want, but prediabetes is serious. Remember that.
Okay.
All right, so first question, how old are you? If you're less than 40, you don't get any fingers. If you are 40 to 49, you get 1 finger.
Uh-oh.
If you are 50 to 59, you got 2 fingers. And if you are 68 years of age or older, you get 3 fingers. And this one definitely isn't fair here, Todd. If you are a man, you get 1 finger.
Oh, see, that's... Well, in this day and age, you can always claim to be something and that you weren't, so...
Well, you could.
Okay.
If you are a woman, and you've ever been diagnosed with gestational diabetes, you get 1 point. And then the other important factor that increases your risk for diabetes and prediabetes is if you have a close relative who has been diagnosed with diabetes. So if you have a mother, father, sister, or brother with diabetes, you get 1 finger. Just 1 finger altogether, not 1 per family member.
Okay.
If you've ever been diagnosed with high blood pressure, you get 1 finger. If you are physically active, you don't get any fingers. But if you're not physically active, you get 1 finger. So you can be the judge of that and be honest with yourself about that. I think I might get a finger for that right now. And then lastly is, what is your weight category? So if you're normal body weight, then you don't get any fingers. If you are considered overweight, you get 1 finger. If you are obese, you get 2 fingers. And if you are morbidly obese, you get 3 fingers. If you're not exactly sure what category you fit into, you can actually find this quiz online on diabetes.org/alertday, or you could actually call their phone number and they'll do the quiz for you over the phone at 1-800-DIABETES.
Okay.
So, who's holding 5 fingers up or more?
Not me.
Not Todd.
No.
Not Amanda.
No?
Okay, that's
You
good.
looked at me like you expected me to hold up more than 5. She was so... You think I'm morbidly
Hey,
obese, don't
one
you?
out of 3 people has prediabetes
That's
and
right.
doesn't know it.
Yeah, okay, so I only had 3 fingers up, and they were basically age-related. So, and one was for a male and one was for age, so
I know
I'm good,
that
I
man
think.
one was not fair.
I
Okay,
think
so
I'm
if you
good.
have, what was that? If you have
So if
five
you have
fingers?
5 fingers or more, you are at risk for diabetes and may have prediabetes. And, given that statistic you had said earlier, Amanda, 9 out of 10 people with prediabetes don't know about it. I mean, it is something you should definitely discuss with your healthcare provider. This isn't a diagnostic test, but I would definitely encourage you to talk to your nurse practitioner or your physician's assistant or your doctor who you see for your health about it if you think you might be at risk, and they can actually do a simple blood test to see if this is something you have.
Okay, Annette, so tell us about consequences of diabetes.
Consequences. The big one, it increases your risk of cardiovascular disease. People who have uncontrolled diabetes and undiagnosed diabetes are at about 3 to 4 times the risk of heart attack and stroke compared to someone who does not have diabetes or has diabetes that is well controlled. So knowing you have diabetes is something that will definitely help you. Also, it's the leading cause of kidney failure in the United States and can cause eye disease and neuropathy. Prediabetes usually doesn't have any symptoms, so that's why screening tests are really important. Diabetes usually does have symptoms, but usually if it's really uncontrolled, it usually has to get pretty bad till you start having symptoms.
All right, tell me a little bit about, as well, types of diabetes and preventable diabetes. Because that is out there, isn't there?
So really the preventable diabetes, the prediabetes it's kind of like a precursor to diabetes, but the good news is it's preventable. So you can make changes, and it's really recommended you start small. You don't want to make a goal of, okay, I'm going to run a marathon in 6 weeks. If you're not currently physically active, that's probably not a realistic goal, but increasing your physical activity, decreasing your weight, by a moderate amount, by making healthy food choices, and really just changing your diet can really decrease your risk of developing type 2 diabetes.
Okay. Now, as to the other type of diabetes that is not a preventable type, it's certainly a treatable type, and it's something you can live with.
Yes, that would be type 1 diabetes. It used to be known as juvenile diabetes. Actually, adults can get it too, so that's why they changed the name. That is an autoimmune condition where basically your body starts working against itself and it completely destroys the production of insulin. So the treatment for that would be insulin therapy, and many people opt to go on insulin pumps rather than shots, multiple shots a day, and then also utilize continuous glucose monitoring, which is something actually I'm going to be talking about at the event coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that event a little bit, and Amanda, you can join us in on this conversation as well. This is going to be happening when and where?
It is at the Rustic Lodge, 6 p.m., April 16th. If you're interested in coming, and Annette can share a little bit more. She's really interested in letting people know about some of the technology that is out there to help people who have diabetes, or maybe people who are checking their blood sugars on a regular basis, that there's some newer technology out there, and apparently some advertisements on TV that cause people to ask a lot of questions. So we really feel like getting the word out about some of this newer ways of monitoring your blood sugars would be helpful to the community. So if you are interested, Tuesday, April 16th, 6 p.m., give us a call to register, 724-357-8088.
The other day, Annette, at church, a woman came up to me. She's had diabetes all her life, and she's up there in years now. She said, "Look at my fingers." She said, "This is the first time I've been able to feel the tips of my fingers, probably in 40 years, because she has one of the new things, one of the new monitors.
Probably the scanner. It looks like a 3D sticker on the back of your arm. That's the one that has been advertised very regularly. It's called the Libre Flash, and that's what everybody says. Hey, can I get that thing you scan over your arm? And it really reduces the amount of finger pricks you have to do, and that is a huge quality of life improver for people with diabetes, especially people with type 1 diabetes, and also people with type 2 diabetes who are are on insulin and have to check their blood sugars regularly in order to help manage their diabetes. So those devices really help.
Are they reliable?
They are very reliable.
Oh, good. Good.
There are some differences between the finger sticks and the continuous glucose monitoring device, so it's called CGM. That's the fancy term for it. But basically, the sensors, that is going to be something we're going to be talking more about at the event. There's also more than just the Libre Flash. There's also other devices that communicate with the phone, which is really something people who have elderly parents who live by themselves and they're worried about maybe having a low blood sugar event. It will actually send an alert to the phone. Also, people who have young children who have diabetes and are on insulin, they may be at school or on a field trip, and they'll actually get an alert if their blood sugar is high or if it's running low. And you can pair multiple smartphones with it, which is pretty cool. Yeah,
I sort of think when I walk out of a store, if I was wearing one of those things, they'd tell me I stole a shirt or something. Some alarm would go off. One of the things you just brought up is for parents who are helping their young children manage their diabetes. This would be a very important event for them, wouldn't it?
It would. And then I also have a lot of people who have elderly parents who actually, because a lot of people who are older are kind of hesitant about new technology, but once I actually get it to them, they're like, oh, this is easy to use. And like the example you gave, oh, I don't have to prick my finger. So often their children are the ones who kind of prod them to say, hey, you got to ask your doctor about this. Ask Annette about this when you see her. And I've had a lot of people asking about that. But the young children, it's a huge advantage, and it just really, I think, helps ease parents' minds when they have their child on some of this technology.
I would think for parents who have suffered a little bit mentally as well, that their adult children would have their minds put at ease by something like this as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, ladies, this is coming up on
April 16th.
April 16th at 6 p.m.
At the Rustic Lodge. Give us a call to reserve your spot, 724-357-8088. Todd, I just want to end with one more thing.
Okay, do.
Anyone who is a patient of Dr. Syed or Annette or is thinking about becoming a patient, we just want to let you know that recently their offices have moved, correct?
Yes, we did. We are at 2255 Philadelphia Street. We're in the Canterbury offices, which is right next door to Horses and Hounds, across the road from Tractor Supply.
See, I have to bring my mom to Dr. Syed next month. So
well,
it's a
there,
good thing
now you know,
that.
Todd.
I'd have been up there at the Overlook.
You would
really
have.
going, where is everybody?
Glad we came today, Todd.
So am I. So am I. Ladies, thanks so much.
Thanks for having us, Todd.
Thank you.
It is Diabetes Awareness Alert Day.
Yeah.
Alert. Okay, very good. Thank you. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, 101.1 FM.